Okay, where was I? Oh yeah. The number of health issues that are just ongoing, long term that I have are just, they're ridiculous. And if one fades, another one, becomes more prominent. And they just don't go away. There's only certain, yeah, I don't want to go into all that. I've talked about it a zillion times. I'm tired of it, but it doesn't ever stop. And I can, what I've researched, I've discovered is that all of these things have a very common type of connection, that being that they're all similar symptoms of toxic metals. It seems to be that's been the thing for, forever probably. How did the king keep the subjects and his serfs in serfdom so easily? Put this in the well, sire, and they will never pose a threat to you. And they're all halfway lobotomized, and able to till the fields and do work still, and be prostitutes or whatever, but not smart enough or capable enough to coordinate any real resistance to the king and his men. And that's what's been going on since the beginning of organized governments, I'm pretty sure. That's what's happening here. I mean, it's been going on here big time. You send everybody off to war and you destroy their memories. You destroy their family connections. You put them into a trauma where they can't really think deeply, about what they're told, and they just have, and certain things just kind of don't seem to matter once you've had that much emotional trauma forced onto you and your family and your friends continuously year after year for decades, and maybe your entire life. That's what happened from the 1900 to 1960s. Continuous war, continuous upheaval, continuous body parts blown off, and just continuous technological destruction of the human species being carried out by all the governments of the world in collusion with each other. And why the hell is my head just itching like some little bug is crawling on me all of a sudden? It's itchy up on my temple, like right there. Nothing there. Anyway, yeah, it was just MK Ultra everything. That's what it is. That's what it is. MK everything. Traumatize everyone their entire lives. They'll just try to isolate as much as they can after a while because they just can't interact with it anymore. And then you've isolated and you've separated everybody. You've isolated the victims. That way everyone can be the victim when the AI interactive, network is in place. We could all be the COVID victims now. Oh, I'm a victim. Me too. Oh, it's terrible. And you live, thousands of people in little cubicle apartments. They're literally feet away from each other, and they never talk to each other or do anything together because they've been conditioned into this life. And the poisoning is just one aspect of it. It's not simply a means of control to, hobble everybody, poison them, make them weak and dependent upon systems in order to even survive or have a hope to. No. The type of poison being used is of an insidious nature. It's so small and subtle of a particle. It literally will start to become the building blocks of your DNA, of your body. Your body parts will begin to, as children grow up with this their whole lives, what used to be copper or different metals used in their body, like for the sheath of their nervous system. Lots of black tankers. I repeat, lots of black tankers. Check that shit out. Oh, we need a lot of something in black tinker cars in the hot sun. Anyway, this stuff will take the place of the copper, and there'll be a different metal in the body. No, I'm no expert biologist or anything, but I think if you fundamentally add a substance to a growing creature that takes the place of a different substance that was traditionally there, you have changed the creature. You have changed it into something else. It is not the same chemical makeup anymore. And even though it's alive, black tinkers, we need a lot of them. Even though it's still alive, it's fundamentally different. You know? I got the fire department on my butt now. I've got the red truck and the red SUV thing going on. See, check it. Been seeing them all over. Seems like everywhere I go, there's a red truck. Bright red. Not the fire department, though. Could just be coincidences. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't think I'm being gang stalked. I do think I'm a targeted individual, but I'm not being gang stalked. I don't think the gang stalkers that they have the balls to gang stalk me personally. I mean, you know, they have huge folder dossiers on everybody, and I've been putting stuff on YouTube and you know, doing my thing and, you know, talking shit for so long, and, you know, they've got my actual records of everything, you know, on file, and they could just look, and they could be like, you know, I don't think we should send the gang stalkers after them, because they shouldn't. Just don't do it, guys. Come on, don't do it. You know damn good and well that I will catch on, and I won't just, oh, gee whiz, these guys are gang stalking me. I'll confront them. You know I will. I won't be able to help myself. It's just in my nature. If I figure it out and I see it, then that's what'll happen. I don't want to do that, but that's what'll happen. And I think they know it, so they don't gang stalk me. No, they hide because they're little chicken shit bitches, and they sling their slings and arrows at me, and they poison my well, and they put tripwires out everywhere I go, and they on down the line. That's been the story of my life. A man trying to fuck me off. 322, which was the time when 332 was when I started this video. Yeah, I turned it on and the phone said 332. It's like, oh wow. So, anyway, I've diverged a lot there. What the hell was I talking about? Our fake medical system, our fake police. They don't do anything we think they do. Where do they go when they spray chemtrails? Because they don't patrol. I noticed that years and years ago. John Q. Public wouldn't know that, though, because John Q. Public doesn't notice anything. They think everything's legit. No, we live in the best country in the world, baby. Yeah, thank God we're in America, number one. Now, what happened to the USA's, you know, bring us your weak and you're weary and you're, you know, battle-tired, and let them find opportunity in this great nation full of opportunities. And yeah, there's an opportunity for you to get cancer and die now if you come here. Why are all the immigrants coming here? Are they just really that stupid? I mean, the U.S. has went out basically and turned every other, you know, nation that won't cooperate with us into a third world fucking shithole. Either with bombs or with black ops or with poisons or with depleted uranium or with embargoes or with sanctions or with threats or with whatever, directed energy weapons. The U.S. and its allies have turned every nation that does not bend over for it into a shithole. And then those people finally, like in Mexico and in Central America, can't take it there anymore because we've been fucking it up for so long. You know, and a lot of the fucking it up is being done by their people and the gangs and stuff, which are, you know, totally funded and by the United States in one way or another, whether it's directly from our gov or whether it's by buying their drugs. Either way, they're being supported by the U.S. But anyway, they come here thinking that they're going to, get to the land of opportunity or something. Yeah, you'll have the opportunity to get poisoned and become so sick you can't function. And then you'll have the opportunity to collect benefits from the state. And then you have the opportunity to die of cancer. This is the land of opportunity. Really, come to America and have those opportunities, because you can't not have those opportunities here. That's what's going on here and has been going on here for a long time. Why do you think there's been so many movies about cancer diagnoses and people with cancer, or it's a thread in a movie that's not necessarily just about that, but it's a theme in the movie, of course. Again and again, just like the cop shows and cop movies, cancer movies, so that people think they know what something is and become conditioned to it. Oh, this is what life looks like. Yeah, okay. Because I promise you, it wasn't that 50, 75, 150, you go back in time and that wasn't the thing. There was different things going on, but that wasn't it, How far do you got to go back to where there was nothing but people all the same age and orphans? I mean, what is there, a giant cloning continent somewhere, and they just, wipe out the people like they're doing to us right now? I mean, I don't understand how people can say they give a shit about their families or themselves or health or their anything and not notice what's going on directly over their head. I realize it's 10,000, 5,000 feet up. It's not even really that far. These aren't jets at high altitude. They're small jets at lower altitude for the most part, because you can watch the stuff come out. If they were at 26,000 feet, it would take a while to get to the ground, even if it was solid and heavy, falling like a brick. But no, this stuff is hitting ground level in 10, 15 minutes sometimes, and that's way faster than a vapory, powder can fall from 26,000 feet, altering your DNA, poisoning you, weakening you, hobbling you, destroying the future, making sure that you will never amount to anything no matter how hard you try, and neither will your children. You won't ever pay off that house you're buying. You will never get jack squat. You're gonna be falling over dead, and not 80 years from now, more like 20 years from now. And that's what's going on, and people just act like, oh, that's not, look at these negative people. I'm gonna, I'm gonna live my life right, and I'm gonna go to college and I'm gonna get a good job with Amazon and blah 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 blah. No, you're fucking not. You get going to military? No, that's not good either. You're gonna get fucked up. They'll keep on giving you drugs that keep you alive so that you can be a minion fuck for the rest of your, shit existence if you want. And if you're smart, maybe you can move up in rank and get high paid, so you get better drugs for your diseases and disorders that are killing you from all the shit they inject you with. But it's happening to everybody, really, because it's just the way this nation is and the way of the world at this time. We can't have healthy people. Healthy people aren't dependent on things. Healthy people don't listen to authority figures. Healthy people go and do what they want. They might go live in the woods. They've sprayed so hard that the woods no longer have proper game supply to even support anyone living there. I mean, really, it's that bad. The smaller animals are the ones that are the most noticeable, though. There's still elk herds, and there's still deer, and there's still bear, and there's still wolves, and the pack animals of different kinds. Yeah, sure, but it's the support level animals below that seem to be missing. There's a huge hit to the possums and the porcupines and the skunks. The birds have just been decimated, literally. There's crows and pigeons now, and that's about it, and starlings and bluebirds. Yeah, shitbirds. The shitbirds are still here, the hardier ones. But the little happy birds, the tweeters, the whistlers and such, larks, finches, and whatnot, they're gone. They're gone. They used to be here. They're gone. You go into the forest, it's silent. Sounds like a freaking graveyard, which is silent. You know? I'm starting to wonder about Chehalis here. You know, exit 76, 7 and 6 is 13, and it comes off at 13th Street. Chehalis. And it looks like big flat level areas here. I mean, you know, that hill right there could be a building for all we know. I'm serious. And they do. They have some Tartarian stuff in Chehalis. I'm sure of it. I'm trying to get to Tootle, though, because in Tootle, I think I figured out where the road that was there long ago from the old bridge, I think I figured out where it comes out from that hilltop. And that hilltop that's all overgrown and doesn't have anything on it now. So we're talking, it would have been a long time ago, like well back into the cowboy and Indian days around here, when that road and that bridge was there, which cowboys and Indians ought not to have been building gigantic mega stone log or stone block bridges and infrastructure at that time. Well, this is a good camera phone on this one. This one didn't cut out like the other one does. Maybe the Galaxy is just too touchy. Anyway, I'm going to end this for now. I hope I entertained someone for a minute. It may be depressing, but I mean, all we can do is just keep on keeping on, right? Fuck. That's the way of the world. Just keep on keeping on until the wheels fall off. As strange as that sounds, in normal, everyday, you know, mode kind of thought, that sounds like, oh, what? I don't want to think about, you know, well, you know, the days of growing to an old age and relative health are far gone, and that's not happening for anybody in this environment. If we don't leave the environment that made us sick, we'll never be healthy. You cannot become healthy staying in the exact same environment that made you sick. It's impossible. And that's what we're in right now. And where's there to go? I mean, there are places, but you've got to have ability. You've got to have the financial ability to get out of this place and establish yourself somewhere else that's better. And there are lots of places better, but a lot of them aren't just going to let people just show up there, especially if they don't have any money. So you see how the money just rules it all. Money is, the love of money has made the lovers of money into what? Vampires that rule the world, basically. They might as well be. Look at the damn plasma centers. CSL Plasma, donate today. You help feed the vampires so they don't have to kill people anymore. Is it Red SUV Day or something? A lot of red SUVs. At least there hasn't been the red truck in like at least 20 minutes. But I bet there's one coming up here. I'm not sure, but I'm in this. I'm going to get up to Tootle here pretty soon, and I got to get a drink. Okay, bye-bye.